Well, while sipping my second cup of coffee, something popped into my head, and I thought it would be good to share with people so people might be aware of it. So, Schmuck like me, who has been short of a serious bent of mind. No, I'm not pessimist, but I'm telling you the truth. So the way very early in my career, after getting some jolt from the other places, so I decided to elevate myself. And one of the way to elevate myself is to study. Study, not the formal academics, bored me at the highest level. So I was never inclined. I am not inclined. So that's why I take a different route to. I used to read different stuff while I was having my formal academics, like every other people in the normal course, which I couldn't do well in spite of various attempts. So I used to read different stuff that time also, but after a certain period of in my life, I dive into it and I read it. It it was there, but it comes to a forefront. So what I have realized as I grew old that reading has certain benefit, and I have seen morons who has preached uh, because any fool can buy books, right, with the money and read through and go to a social gathering and quote from that reading to get the attention of everyone else. That's the pretty standard way of getting everyone attention. But it always strikes me it's not important to read the book. It is very important to read the book to get the essence. Two different things. It's not about just reading the book. It's all about reading the book to get the essence out of it. And in same vein, if it is possible, apply it to your own life. I bet if you try to do so, you'll come across so many barriers. Most of them are artificially created by something else which was not there in the very first place. That's what my experience, your experience could be different. And I'm not going to argue with you. So here, so basically, I have inculcated the habit of reading, writing. You are familiar with my blogs. I time to time I write, and and here in this video, I'm going to show you some of the. If you haven't followed me in a required place where I generally keep updating my reading related stuff. Um, so I'll show you the the kind of stuff I have accumulated, although it is not fulfilled. I've wrote a blog about it. Okay, so regarding books, what I have went through and what I have gained, some sort of, and I'll show you here what I have and that it is. So if you are inclined, let me know in the comment section so I can point you out where you can find those. Okay, so to give you some sort of sense what I have just babbled to you, um, let me go to my Macs, which and I have a bibliographic file like everyone else in the world. Control C, and I'm not this is the book file. Okay, so you can see I captured stuff. I've made a video about it. It's very trivial to capture stuff from the from the from the place I used to read. These are the few books. I'm moving slowly so you can have it, or you can pause the screen to take a look at the uh, uh, title of the book. I read few, and I'm still reading few. So, so I generally keep it in a org file. I'm inside Emacs, and I have a capture template to capture blue, which is somebody else software. I integrated it, and it works perfectly fine with me. I made a video about it. I said it second time now. So um, so here are some books I have already went through. Importantly, I have learned a number of lessons while I try to practice some of the stuff I learned from these books, what you are seeing on the screen, and fall on my face. Sometimes I get overjoyed by discovering something mentioned in those books and try it with my real life and come out as a winner or very exciting stuff, right? But other time, as I mentioned, I fall on my face, try to practice those implications which I have learned from went through these books. Um, these are these are my collection. There are other physical books which I haven't enlisted here. These are mostly the digital part, what you are seeing, and these books are great resources to me to learn a lot of stuff and to deal with life. Okay, so so um, to just to show you what I went through, uh, and trivial changes which is not important. So this is one of the places. Basically, I update my stuff on Goodreads. um, Apart from this, um, so this is very trivial, right? um, no, why it is open? Hide. I can't remember what I'm supposed to see. So this is a BIP text entry um, inside Emacs, and it is containing the papers, online articles, and the PDFs. I have made a detailed video about BibTeX inside Emacs and wrote about it in my blog too. So you might consider visiting my blog to read through all this stuff or see those videos which should be there in my channel about it. It's not about how to create all these pictures. So the thing is that I accumulate like everyone else in the world, and I read through. I'm not saying I have read through all of them enlisted here, but most of them I did, and I'm still going through some of them. Okay, few are online stuff, few, and I have a number of PDF locally in my system, and I try to go through one by one whenever I get a chance, and other articles too. So it's a way to, as I said, it's a way to elevate my understanding, how I uh, use tools in life to get myself better. It's a pretty selfish claim. So what I have realized, if I get better, I would be able to provide something good to the other people who might be seeking about it or seeking for it. Okay, so so instead of looking for shortcoming in others, so I decided to improve myself. So this is one of the prime step which I have took many moons ago, many moons ago. So gradually I'm building on it, and it's all about getting the essence and to apply to my life, get the experience, what sometimes get reflects on my videos, on my blog post. Okay, so so this is how I try to disseminate whatever little bit of experience I have gathered over the decades. So it might, at least if it benefit to one people, that will be the worth of effort. So so that's the motto, and I'm doing this video just to make sure that if you're really interested, let me know in the comment section so I can point you out about the stuff I have gathered, and I'm going through one by one. And whatever you are seeing, don't get intimidated by seeing all this stuff on the screen, because these are the accumulation of decades of stuff. It's not happened overnight. It's I have started to use this tool 7 8 years, especially Emacs, in spite of knowing its existence. I have ignored it left and right. I don't know why. And then one fine day, 8 9 years back, I hopped into it, and I then started to stick with that and try to use it in to its fullest potential. So whatever you are seeing, it's constantly getting updated, because I reject a hell lot of stuff. So many popular stuff which has been floating on social media, I reject them left and right, because I find most of them are shallowed, overly prejudiced laden. So there is no point of putting my head or understanding behind it. So whatever you are seeing, it's coming out of a very uh, precise, measured way of getting stuff in, and I'm very particular about it. So these were accumulated over the decades, and now I start to be organized. I have other devices to exclusively for that, electronic device, like everyone else. And these are the stuff on my personal machines, so I can get hook into it, and I can read through and all this stuff. So basically, to getting organized, there are tools. This is one of the tools to assist you to get organized, to get more cohesive uh, uh, understanding, cohesive feeling about all the stuff you have. So it will help your brain to get through all this stuff. No big fuss. Okay, no fuss at all. So it's pretty ordinary. So this is my way of elevating myself, a very very selfish reason. And I'm doing this, as I mentioned once before in this video. If 1% one people get motivated out of it, it will be good effort for me, at least for me. I just don't care what the fluffy stuff is. Okay, so so this to bottom line is read well, and very very specific. Eliminate or ignore as much hip hop hoopla produced by the social media, and stick with what you require. It might not be exciting all the time, but it certainly help to get over you the immediate hump, or probably the future obstacles. So it's very important to write too, because the moment you start writing, so your brain started to get sincerely engaged. Okay, so in childhood, people generally older, they always insist us to write something down if we understood something. While I grow old, I understand what that means. The moment you start holding the pen and started to write on a paper, your brain gets physically engaged to something you are doing by your hand. So there is a high chance that things get etched permanently, or um, better number of time in your register in your gray cell. So likewise, nowadays we write stuff on keyboard mostly. I still use pen paper for different reason, but writing stuff on is the same. The moment you start writing on something, you put your head. So it requires a lot of stuff to be gathered and organized. Then you have to build the stuff. The more you do that, so there is a distinction of writing. There is a way of representing stuff. Okay, so everyone has their own way. The what, and they have their different segment of people who can opt for it. Okay, and depend on the taste is a kind of stuff which is immeasurable. I mean, it's a kind of sense which you cannot quantify. It's a quality which comes from within, or probably highly inculcated to develop that taste of doing something or several things. So by no means you cannot measure it. It depends on the perspective the other people were having looking at it. Anyway, the point of this doing this video, reading and writing is the basic form of stuff to elevate yourself. I believed in it and I practiced it regularly over the decades. I'm still doing, and still I'm falling short because there is other factors too. So, but sitting on a stuff, or hanging on a thing which you haven't had doesn't make much of a sense, and it becomes serious impedance to progress. So if you brush aside and try to find a way to overcome things, so it will help. Okay, that's what I'm practicing. That's why I'm saying all this stuff. There is no point saying empty words. uh, so this video is all about to say, read judiciously, because we all have a limited time on this earth. There is no point running for everything, and there is no point to, in practical sense. So very very judiciously you select what you want to read and how you want to read, and try to implement those stuff in your own life. Then only you will get the actual experience out of it, if it is possible. Okay, so I hope this babbling will help someone. Thanks for watching.